And welcome
to the Minimum Wage Podcast,
or even the name is above our pay grade.
Today we're joined by a guest.
Gabe Densmore.
Gabe is an individual that went to school with us for
Indeed.
K through 12?
Yeah, just about.
K through 12.
Yeah.
K
I
through
think we
11
even
for you.
Went to preschool.
No, I didn't go to preschool.
Do we? Okay, we didn't go to
Bro!
preschool. You're one of those fools
Hey,
who went to preschool.
Dub right here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Bro,
sir.
you guys
Dub
weren't
right
at
here.
Miss Soldy's, bro?
No,
No,
we were
bro, we
I
are
don't even know
not.
if we can say that name.
We
but
dodged
Miss
that, bro.
Soldy's, man.
Of course. Miss Sodi's is long
Bro,
gone.
I was a mama's
Soldy,
boy.
yeah.
I was not about to go to preschool.
You were a what?
A
A mama's boy?
yeah.
I was a
Hey,
mama's
Lord,
boy as
man.
well, though. You were...
Valid.
Yeah, you're the youngest in the family, too.
Yes, sir.
Dude, Gabe and I are about the same, dude, pretty much. That's what I'm hearing. But neither of us went to preschool, and we both turned out fine.
I like to think so, at least.
I like to think so, dear Lord. I guess we can't say for sure. It ain't over till it's over.
Hey, I do say that remains to be seen.
I
you
do
know,
say,
that's the
yeah.
fact
I
of
do
the
say,
matter.
but so
That's the
far
fact.
we ain't made it too bad.
So far,
Hey,
it
we
ain't too
alright.
bad.
We all right. But the real thing is, with people that go to preschool, I feel like they have such like a superiority complex to the people that didn't go to the preschool. No, I swear to God, I'm not even
Hang on,
joking. You think I'm joking, but like I've talked to so many people that are like disgusted at the fact that I didn't go to preschool. I'm like, you're dumb as shit. To be honest, I have a GPA like 4 points higher than your zero ass.
Bro.
Like, I don't see that because I've never brought up the topic of like preschool.
I don't know
Outside
why
of
it
this
seems
one
to just
time.
pop up on me, dude. Like
People
this,
just
like
popping
out
up
of
in the-
nowhere,
Hey,
Out of the blue.
I don't know.
out of the blue, dude.
Something out of the blue, like a shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Good one.
I don't know.
Bada bing, bada
I
boom.
don't know.
That's bars.
Facts.
Yeah, man. So the question is, really, what is your workout regimen? Because I know we love to work out. John and I are both, nice, I guess well-rounded individuals, well-versed when it comes to working out.
All right.
And we both love it. It's a passion of ours, and I know it's a passion of yours as well.
Yes, sir. So, let's see. I do 4 times a week. So I guess I'll just like go through real quick. Monday is chest and tri.
Okay.
Tuesday, back and biceps. Wednesday is shoulders because like I do a lot for chest and tri.
Yeah.
So I just decided to make it its own day. It's actually shoulder and abs. I
Really?
started working abs again. Yep.
Yes,
We
sir.
back there.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir. And last day is legs.
Okay.
And then like for the rest of the week, if I miss a day, I'll just do it then.
Okay, got you.
So yeah, it's pretty simple.
That's a nice split. Where'd you find that split?
I just made it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just like put a bunch of workouts together and started doing it.
Okay, that's fair. Where'd you find the workouts themselves?
Shoot. It's just been over the years. I've been working out on and off for a while now. So
Okay.
it's just like intuition. I
Have you
guess.
done like a lot of research into like what's the most optimal for like muscle growth or whatever? Like, what are your goals right now? Are you strength or muscle?
Right now I'm going for hypertrophy, so muscle growth. yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So my plan right now is to bulk up to about 165,
What are you at right now?
153.
Okay.
So I want to bulk up to 165.
That's a good bit of weight you gotta put on.
Hey, it's gonna happen.
You drinking out of olive oil?
Not that kind of bulk. Not that kind of bulk.
Oh,
We're just taking
Lord.
it slow.
Okay.
But once I hit that, like I want to build muscle for a while.
Yeah.
So once I hit that goal, I'm gonna go back to strength training and
okay.
just like start a powerlifting regimen.
I love that.
Yep.
That's a great idea, honestly.
Yeah.
So is your ultimate goal though to be strong and have big muscles? Is that what you're going for?
That's ideal. That's
Okay,
ideal.
yeah.
Now, how big of muscles are we talking? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, as big of muscles as a 5'8", 165 guy can put on.
You guys
Now.
could not fit through this
Now.
door.
Now, now, with steroids or without steroids?
Hey, we'll talk about that later.
The one question, natty or not?
Do I look like I take steroids?
Yes.
Thank you, baby.
No, yeah. Don't get a big head now, boy.
That boy don't look like he takes steroids.
No, not at all.
Don't get a big head just because I'm lying there, Lord.
No. Maybe a little trend whenever I'm old.
What is
Honestly,
trend?
It's a steroid.
Okay.
So I did have a
There you
thought.
go.
I was thinking not very hard because it's a dumbass idea. But hear me out. Whenever I get like old and decrepit, I'm just gonna hop on trend and just get jacked from there.
How is that a dumbass thought? I'm
don't
gonna be on TRT at 35.
No, so the way I saw it, I was like, look, I'm gonna be an old man, Might as well like take
Might as well be
steroids to get
jacked.
jacked as hell,
Might
you
as
know,
well be
right?
jacked
Like
as
why
shit.
not, bro?
Might as well be old and jacked.
Might as well be 90
90
years old and have washboard abs.
Exactly.
I love that.
Just
I
like
mean,
a perfectly formed.
why not?
washboard.
You
Yeah,
know?
it's just a perfectly formed.
I'm gonna look like Netero, like old man, you know?
Yes,
Oh,
yes, Netero. That's the physique I aspire to.
He tries to be
I want to be. I want to have that Netero
Yeah,
physique
dude.
for sure.
I want to have that Netero physique. I think about like I have this vision of myself like as an 80-year-old ass man, like white hair, running down the beach, like 10 miles
with
or
like
something.
with just a speedo on, just
Yes.
be jacked.
Yeah, you just be jacked as hell. 80
Yes,
years
sir.
old. Everyone's
Those
like,
people, bro.
that's the man I wish I was.
I'm not saying that.
And that's the man I wish I was too. That's the man I'm gonna be.
Yes,
Bottom line.
sir. I love to hear that.
Running
Oh,
down the
yeah.
beach in a speedo.
I don't know about the speed of that part. He's putting words in my mouth right there, boy.
That's
Alright, there
that's
we
the
go.
textbook old man though.
Yeah.
Like
The textbook
they
old man.
do that.
But the textbook old man of our generation is gonna be far different.
Oh,
Because
hopefully.
I mean, how different are we from our grandparents, dude?
A
When our
little bit.
grandparents were kids, you think them dumbasses were holding microphones in their hand,
No,
talking to the
Lord,
internet, talking to each other for the internet? What?
bro.
What? That's it's when you break it down, it's such a weird concept.
That's
A
facts.
podcast,
but,
no,
but it's
my grandpa at my age was like trapping beavers, like selling skins. He was a pelt trader.
I think that might have been a couple of years before your grandpa or something.
No, legit, Mike. That's what my grandpa
he was.
did. He was,
He
I'm
was
not
still
even
doing it.
He was doing it, dude.
My
Man kept
grandpa,
it
he
going.
would
That's
just,
how they made money up in Canada, dude.
My
Oh,
grandpa
he was
would
up in
skip
Canada.
school.
eh?
Yeah, Canada.
He would skip
Oh.
school to go hunting for like 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
Different times, dude.
Bro. It's crazy.
Bro, yeah, it's crazy how much. It's crazy, just how different life is now compared to, like 20 years ago or even 100 years ago.
Oh, it's bonkers.
Because like
It's bonkers.
life,
It's bonkers.
life 20 years ago ain't got no smartphones.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Life
Barely
20
have
years before
phones,
that.
really. Like cellular
Life
devices.
20 years before that,
Bro, they had to
Again.
like pull out them antennas.
you have home phones and shit.
And you barely had computers 20 years
And you
before
barely
that.
had 20 years before that, you're like back in the Stone Age,
I mean, like,
practically.
that's what-
Before we were even on the moon.
I mean, if you
You
think
know?
about it though, that makes the moon
Not on
landing
the moon.
all that more impressive.
Bro, it's insane,
That is
actually.
wild.
The moon landing is so impressive.
It is.
Actually, this is why everyone's like, oh, the
That's
moon
why
landing's
everyone
fake.
says it's fake, because it's so impressive.
No, they
The
say it's
fact-
fake, but listen, if you look at it, they would legitimately had to have more technological innovation
To fake that.
to fake it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It was like
wild,
they
bro.
legit did less work to actually go to the moon than to fake a moon landing.
Bro,
It's just the craziest thing,
that's
dude.
such a crazy
Technology is wild.
concept. Insane.
Technology-
Yeah. It's not like
The
the
advancements in technology have changed life forever.
It's not like the things that will be most
Not right.
useful. If you advance a certain part of technology, it's not like it'll be the hardest if it's the most useful. It might be like very simple, but might be like world changing for the better for like millions of generations.
Right? It's crazy.
Yeah, you never know. But it's crazy too with AI now because technological innovation is just going to go like way up.
Way up.
Way up, dude.
Just
Way up. Because it used to be you had to rely on the intellect of individuals and combining the intellect of individuals to create like a company or an organization or something. Now you can combine the intellect of every individual that has contributed to the internet and then use it all
and ask questions.
and ask questions.
And just ask
It's
questions.
ridiculous. So I think about the what's that book called that talks about like Henry Ford and I know how to or the law of success. The
Okay,
law of success talks about how Henry Ford surrounded himself with people that knew way more than he ever would. So
okay.
the way that he was successful was not by knowing more about cars than anybody else, not by knowing more about business than anybody else, but by knowing more people that knew more about those things
That's the fact
than
of the
he
matter.
did,
Yeah, that
and
makes a lot of
hiring
sense.
them. Yeah, so he had like in his office, he had like a series of like buttons he could click, and any button would bring in like his expert on whatever it was. So like manufacturing expert, bop. Like advertising expert, bop. Like
That is
whoever he
incredible.
wanted, he clicks a button and then they're just pulling
He
up
had
to
that
his
all-
office.
all
Now we
figured
have
out,
that
bro.
with phones, bro.
Yeah, so he got like put on
Advanced.
court. I think they were trying to like bust his monopoly or something. I don't know what it was, but he got put on trial. and they like grilled him forever and ever with questions, and he really had he had decent answers for all of them, and they were really the crux of like the argument was this man doesn't know enough to be like this titan of industry pretty much, and he's like, y'all are dumb as shit, and this is the reason, because you don't know yet that you don't need to know anything other than how to get people underneath you that know more than you do.
Yeah.
Because if you're surrounded by people that know more than you do, if you're the dumbest person in the room, then you can get all that knowledge from those other people. And also, there's a paradigm where if you are above somebody in like intelligence or something like that, it's actually like it feels good to be able to share your knowledge with somebody who's at a lower level.
Right.
It's like they literally get fulfillment out of that. So literally by knowing less than somebody and by asking them to teach you what they know, they get fulfillment from that. So it's a life hack, really. Surround yourself with people that know more about something than you do, about anything, no matter what you're going into. If you can find somebody that knows more about it than you do, get in touch with them, and they'll be more than happy to share their knowledge.
I mean, like, why am I sitting in this room right now?
Doggone it. Why am I sitting in this room right now? Why are we talking to you?
Oh,
You got more knowledge than we do.
No, it's the other way around, bro. You just like gave me this whole spiel about that. I'm like, big brain.
Hey,
Big brain, bro.
But I think everybody has something to offer for sure.
Oh, 100%.
You just have to know if it's what you're looking for.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's why we have you on, though, because you know about working out.
A little bit.
And you know about the human experience of college, as well as, maybe taking a gap semester.
Gotta do it.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So I can't lie. I don't like college at all.
Okay.
Not many people do.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Not
my
many
grades
people
were
do
fine,
that.
we're keeping the Hope Scholarship.
Yeah.
But, like, I just kind of sat down and thought, like, I need a break from this, bro. I can't go back to the second semester.
Indeed.
So, plan from here, just work my ass off, get some money. Basically, another plan I have is to do, like, manual labor that I'll absolutely hate, and then I'll want to go back to college.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was kind of like what was
That's a
going
great
through my
thought.
head,
Yeah. So there's another thing, like, I hate to be talking the entire time. We have you on, so
Hey,
you can talk.
No worries, bro.
But if you do a ton of things, you can find what you actually like doing way quicker than if you, like, go to college for 4 years. That's the only thing that you do.
Yep.
You get out with a degree that you hate. So that doesn't make a whole lot of sense other than, maybe you're getting college paid for, like this circumstance.
Yep.
So you're like, it doesn't make any other sense but to get a degree of something.
Exactly.
But
Behold my case.
yeah, behold my case as well.
Same
Behold
here.
my case.
Yeah,
It's
because I
literally
could
just all three of
very
us.
easily
If I was
get the
not
job I
getting
want.
paid to go to college, there is a 5% chance that I would be in college right
Yeah.
now.
And that's
Maybe
the exact
5%
same
chance.
thing for me. And
I would
would
just
say
be working, and then I'd come home, and I would just code for 4 or 5 hours.
exactly.
And then in 2 years, I would have a $80,000 a year job or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
easy.
Because I would.
It
just,
wouldn't even
I'd just
be
work
that. It
towards
would literally be if you workhorsed it for a year, then you
If
could
we
easily
worked,
be making $100
like-
grand. In our industry, that's just
Bro.
how it works.
If we worked as a group, we could just like work with each other and just make an app and then just publish that and then just not need to work for anyone. Just make our own stuff and just start. Honestly, probably right now if we wanted to,
True.
because the resources are all available.
Go for it.
If we have a good idea for it.
And with Chad, I already had the idea. Anyways,
not.
now
Course
we're
not.
back from giving a business idea. Y'all can't have that. That's our idea. So once you're
Unfortunately.
making millions off that, you
Yeah.
can,
Yeah,
come talk to us.
maybe you can make a knockoff or something.
No, who knows? But
No.
anyways,
Oh,
yeah, like if I didn't have college paid for, I wouldn't be there. And you, being a man who doesn't have all of his college paid for, has said, well, it's probably best if I make some money.
That's true. But however, I currently, because I have Pell Grant for the
Mhm.
first like 2 years of college, I will be getting that paid for. And they actually
Oh.
college
Oh, yeah?
college is paying me right now.
Love that, dude. That's the
love that too.
optimal
But-
circumstance.
Yeah, I just like if I went back, I feel like I would not like keep the Hope Scholarship because it was
Really?
it was busting my ass, bro.
really?
Yep, it's crazy.
Damn, dude. Do you think you're not cut out for college or not cut out for college right now?
Just not right now,
Okay, I got
Like,
you.
I went through the first semester. It was tough, man.
Really?
Yeah, like
What was tough about it?
it's just the workload, really.
Really?
Yeah. it
How
was just-
so? Like, are you like pretty good with time management or no?
No, I'm terrible with time management. bro.
Okay, that
So
might be some of it.
That's part. No, that's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Like it's mainly my fault.
Yeah.
Like
that's
I'm
fair.
aware of that, but I want to take a step back and reevaluate college.
Yeah.
Because like
for-
I jumped in there not knowing anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, yeah, just take a step back, reevaluate.
And that's one thing too.
Come
Like
back
at
to
Classes
school,
start Monday.
that's wild.
Hey, y'all have fun with that.
That is wild. Actually,
I have not even prepared. I've not even readjusted my sleep schedule. I woke up at 12 this morning.
Lordy.
No, it wasn't 12. It was 10. It was 10 because
Yikes, bro.
Good lord.
I woke up at 10 and then I got home at like 2. Because every night I work at like 11 or 12 on the other side of town, so
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
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 we're working the gas station, so
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
every
Wow.
night is gonna be a late night.
That's
which is,
tough. What are your
which is-
classes looking like though? Can that align with your schedule?
It works out. I have morning classes.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I do have morning classes.
Well, no.
And
The
caffeine
question I had,
exists.
that's actually worse.
It is worse.
Because the question I had, like, obviously you're not gonna have a class at 11 p.m. You know?
Hey, caffeine and in the morning and in the evening you pop a melatonin on the way home or something. I don't
That's
know. I don't know.
wild.
I don't know.
It's
Probably
wild
not the
to live
melatonin.
like that. Probably not the melatonin.
Yeah.
Apparently that's
Probably
dangerous.
not the
Like if you
melatonin.
pop a
No,
melatonin and then
don't
drive.
do, don't do that.
Yeah, you're gonna
Don't
fall asleep.
Yeah, please
pop
don't
a
do that.
melatonin and drive home and pop a melatonin.
Yes.
Wait till you get like at least in your driveway, and then
Yeah,
you can pop the melatonin.
Because the thing about it is too, imagine you get in a car wreck. You get in a car wreck and then the cops pull up. Your ass is slumped. Your ass is slumped.
Or you're just done for.
Yeah,
It's-
you're
or-
done
that's it.
for.
or
Either
you're
one.
just permanently slumped.
permanently
Either way,
slumped.
you're slumped.
Either way, you're so I guess if the goal is to slump, then
Go for it.
go for it. But if the goal is to slump and wake up next
next
morning,
morning.
then maybe wait till you get home.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, our school actually, I don't think prepared us too well for college
No.
Yeah, I
because I don't know about y'all, but high school was easy as hell.
So-
Very much so.
I got a 3.7 cumulative high school GPA without doing a single lick of work.
Dude, I got a 4.0 without doing
Jack.
I'm
I did the absolute bare minimum.
like I'm a strong believer that you are smarter than me, but I did the same thing. Did like no work at
Nothing.
all. 3.71.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
that simple.
And part of the issue is there's a lot of just not teaching and a lack of discipline. Our
Yeah.
senior year, Gabe.
Oh my gosh.
How much educational time do we have a day? Tops
3
hour and a
hours.
half.
3 hours tops. I'd say.
Which classes? Which classes are throwing
So-
these 3 hours?
Oh,
man?
that's right. We didn't do anything in Tony's class.
Yeah, we didn't do anything,
Oh my-
dog.
How?
He didn't do
like,
nothing.
He gave me a C and just like let me go. I was like, wow. All right.
That's
because
crazy.
I put in more work than half
And
the
then we
class.
had our
And that
year
was
of
like
COVID.
nothing.
It's ridiculous.
Indeed.
Like we didn't learn anything in the last like 2 years. We barely learned.
That's
much.
kind of true.
That is so tough.
Bru-
I feel like the education system has
And then
taken such a hit because
after
of COVID.
that, we get thrown into college after like a year of like dude, that was just one big homeroom. Especially towards the end, like for the past 2.5 months, school was just a homeroom.
That's
we
true.
were just on
Yeah.
our phones,
And
hanging out, wasting time all day.
it was like
and
it was partial. Oh, continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to
and
cut you
it's
off.
like, and then after that, we get launched into a break for like 2.5 months, and then you got to go into crazy load 5 classes college like that never happened.
Indeed.
Like what the hell is that?
Indeed.
What the
And
It's ridiculous.
to be fair,
college prep my ass.
to be
Yeah.
fair, like it was partially our fault for like just like quitting, like giving up in high school. But
Dude, COVID.
the thing
didn't
is that, like the teachers, they kind of like just gave up on us too. Like I feel
Yeah.
like they have authority and they just did not use that.
No,
you know?
yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
kind of tough.
It's a two-way street for sure. Because
Absolutely,
if
yeah.
your students aren't doing anything, there is measures you can take to get your students
Yep.
to do things.
Yeah, and it was also way too lax.
Yeah.
Like there needed to be more. And like I'm saying that now. Like
Yeah.
after the first semester in college, I'm like, wow, I was a dumbass, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, tell me
totally.
about it. Like again, being in college. If any of y'all are in high school watching this and you don't give a shit about high school, give a shit about high school. Get scholarships, pay for your college, learn something. It's actually kind of interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Learning is actually interesting when you think it's interesting. That's the weird part about it. So when you're in high school, you're like, oh my God, I hate this. This is prison.
Well,
My parents are making me come here.
I like
The
learning.
students that are learning, the students that are doing better in classes than everybody else are the students that don't have the mindset that I'm being forced to come here.
That's facts.
They're the students that are like, it's a privilege for me to be able to get this information.
I
Yeah,
was.
absolutely.
There's
I was,
half of the world that doesn't have the ability to get this information.
Entitlement is a big part. That's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
I didn't like going to school because we were just wasting time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like we just show up and it was like a daycare, bro.
Yeah.
Quite literally, just a daycare.
That was my senior year a lot.
We didn't do anything, so I'm like, well, at least let me do A, what I want to do, B, make money, or C, learn what I want to
Yeah.
learn.
That was one thing I hated too.
Let me do any one of those.
So I got a
things.
job in 11th grade working at a pharmacy. And once I got that job, I realized that I could be making so much more money if I wasn't in school doing the dumbest of things. Like I would be in school doing some dumb tasks. Like I remember one time for Spanish, I literally had to color a picture. And I was like, I'm in Spanish, literally doing kindergarten homework.
Dude,
Right now, I could be outside making money.
I had to draw and color maps for college.
I didn't. What bro? The education industry is messed up right now, dude. We're literally kindergartners,
Apparently.
bro. The one thing that I've used the most from elementary school is knowing how to color.
No, they had to color.
Yeah. for
Oh,
real.
I don't know because elementary school is where you like learn the foundation.
No, yeah, that's a
facts,
joke.
that's
Of math
Yeah.
and language, but yeah, you know, in terms of, I wish there were just more practical things taught at schools.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, dude.
But at our school, I just wish there was anything taught.
Yeah.
I just wish that there was anything taught
Yeah. Oh lordy.
because I taught myself a lot of what
Yeah,
I know. So
dude. When we lost our math teacher, Dan held that school
whenever
together.
we lost
he was the
Dan,
glue.
Yeah, because he was a
high
principal
school,
too.
the high school fell apart. 100%.
110%.
Whenever it was taken up, it became unstructured.
Yeah, it became the middle school.
No, middle school had
They
somebody who actually
swapped.
like.
Because
No,
the
yeah,
middle
they
school,
did swap.
Because
But
the
I was
person-
saying
so-
it became like the middle school of the
Wait,
previous.
which
Right,
kind of
right.
just proves that
It's administration.
the source of the issue is administration.
Nah, the middle school's ruled with an iron fist,
I
bro.
know.
Like,
It scares me, dude.
But
it's a
dude,
good thing though.
It's
Soviet
good for us.
Russia.
To be honest, I don't think it's ruled with an iron fist enough. If you could go in there and see what those kids are doing, see what they're saying, bro.
No
These
way.
kids are little shits.
I feel like it's just
Bro,
getting
we finna-
worse and
we
worse.
ju- we
dude.
just,
It
we
is,
just
man.
out in the
Because-
middle school now.
No, when you think about it, like our
I don't
age,
care, dude.
our
Who's
our
listening to
parents
this?
would not even let us on the computer. Like in the 3rd grade,
Oh yeah.
you would have to beg for the computer.
I would get like half an
And
hour
like
a
your
day.
mom is in the room, like looking up beside your shoulder, like, what are you looking up?
I got like 45 minutes on Pop Tropica.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Here's what's
you
interesting.
get an hour of Minecraft.
On Windows 8, they had like these parental things where like we had our accounts that had like set time limits.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
which apps we could access, and they could like come over and enter a password and like type in more time. Is that like still
Yeah.
a thing?
Of course.
Okay.
And that's
I
the
just
thing
didn't
on
know
Mac, too.
because I don't have it anymore.
Facts.
And it was, I think that Windows 8 was actually one of the better versions of Windows, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I liked the
That's
screen.
fair.
I liked
Really?
how that looked. Yeah.
Actually, I think Windows 7 was goated.
I really liked Windows 7. I like Windows 10. Windows 10 is by far my favorite Windows.
I'm currently on 11 just because I pushed that button.
He's
so.
like that. He's that
Yeah.
guy.
He's that guy. Dude.
Well,
I
just
saw
that
Windows
the-
11 and I was like, this is a Mac clone. I don't like it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's not. It's not a Mac clone.
It looks so much. You see the design feature go from like very much Windows. It's like the difference between a traditional home and an open concept. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
If you look at the design, you look at the contrast between Windows 10 and Windows 11. You see like much brighter colors. You see like edges that are kind of faded and rounded. You see like all of these design choices that are Apple-esque, rather than like Android's very like polished business.
but,
you know,
But well, okay, I wouldn't throw-
standardized.
So like, when it comes to that, there is a modernization of all companies to push towards something like that, and I don't necessarily think that it's like just because of Apple and it being an Apple thing. It has to do with the actual like designs themselves being more appeasing and moving towards something that is, I don't know, more appeasing to
I love that word, appeasing.
I don't know, dude. I'm not a
Appeasing is a
scientist.
perfect word for it.
It's a
Now.
I'm not
valid
a
word.
scientist. I just read things.
No, that's true. Yeah. Because if
I
you
was-
look at logos, if you look at logo generation over the years,
Yep, and they just like evolve.
they
you know?
just evolved to simplicity.
That's
Like
true.
they've
yeah.
just been getting simpler and simpler.
Ours is pretty simple to start with.
I don't know if you saw the Firefox logo.
Dude,
They
just-
like
it's
kept
gonna
getting
go-
simpler
It's
and
just it's a
simpler.
circle now, bro.
It's-
Yeah,
It's
it
not
got
even a
like
fox.
it became a circle with like a red line around it, or like an orange line at the bottom, and then like, oh wait, go back, and then they,
yeah, wait.
they went back to the previous version because they
It's so
realized
funny.
I-
too simple.
I can't lie. I'm not liking this like whole simplicity movement.
Really?
Yeah, I can't. I mean, like to an extent, sure,
Yeah.
but like it's too simple now. You know, like
Yeah.
it's just gone
In
too
some
far.
ways, yeah. It's like the difference between the old pharmacies where you have like signs everywhere. You have like We ID, like a little paper sign. Maybe it's like taped up somewhere. Like all of that to where you pull up and literally like there's nothing there. There's like maybe a little sign hanging from the ceiling. It's like pick up.
right?
Like if
Yeah.
you go to a Chick-fil-A, for instance, they don't have anything out. They have like literally like where you order. It's very clear. That's just where you order.
I think
Where you pick up your stuff
I
is
think-
just the end of a table.
that keeping that type of stuff looking basic and simple sets a stage for the AR technology to be overlaid. So like by having
The what?
simplicity
augmented reality.
Oh,
in the real
Okay.
world, it leaves room for AR to be placed on the blank canvas.
That's facts. Yeah, because if everything was taken up, AR would not even have
Because,
space. It would just be
again-
covering things in your vision.
I don't know about you, but my house is going to be some Iron Man type shit.
Yes, yes.
And a lot of it is going to be happening in AR. Like, there will be things like pop-up screens floating in the air
Yeah.
that are there and you can interact with. But you can only do it if you got the AR glasses on and if you're, on my thing or
Using the
something.
gestures.
Y'all are speaking a different language for a second. Hold on.
Yeah, so
Augmented
augmented
yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
He's talking about like in Iron Man how he's got like the screens where he's like pulling up screens, like throwing stuff
Okay.
everywhere. Like
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so literally that, but
we
you
have that technology.
you have goggles on
by
and
the
you're
way.
doing that.
Okay, so
We have
it's
that technology.
sort of similar
It's
to VR.
very similar. Yeah, it's VR, but
Except
instead
you can
of
also see the real world.
yeah, so VR is just like a whole new realm. AR
Just
is
adds.
that realm added on top of whatever you're looking at already.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like
I
a
understand
heads-up
now.
display on your car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And pretty much we will have a HUD on life. It's gonna
Yes.
be great.
Yeah. You can see no matter what you're looking at, whether you got a
is gonna
text or
have
not.
an off switch. Like you don't have to constantly have stuff on screen. I'm sure that I'm gonna do a lot of the programming myself in my house because it's gonna be my project that I'm making. To have a fancy Iron Man house.
Facts.
And whenever I do it, I mean everything is gonna have an off switch.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I want to, everything will be able to go away. It doesn't have to be in your face and constantly prevalent. I can have a gesture where I'm like, I do this and all my screens go away.
Everything's gone.
If I do that, it goes away. If I do this, it brings it all back up.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
It doesn't
how
have
it should be.
to intrude on your life. You can
So-
you can incorporate technology in your life without it taking over. Some people don't understand that.
Yeah, so this is what I was going to say a little bit. The problem nowadays is the fact that people are too comfortable with having that technology extended as a part of themselves. They have their phone in their pocket no matter where they're going. No matter, with watches, no matter where you're going, you can always see if you get a text. With
Yep.
AirPods, you see so many people now wearing like one AirPod in their ears at all times. So they get like things announced to
Yeah.
them while they're just going about their day.
That's nice.
You see that progression, but how good is that actually for your mental health? How good is that for your brain?
I mean, I don't
How
know.
good is that stimulation for your dopamine systems?
That is a good point. I mean, like dopamine, like it spikes now because of like all the stimulation that's
Yeah.
happening. Yeah,
So
that's very
it's
true.
super problematic because we get dopamine from things that are not even like good. They
Yeah.
progress us nowhere in life.
Mhm.
Dopamine fundamentally is a chemical that makes us do things.
Yep.
Yep.
And right now, in the current state of technology, we get far too much dopamine from not doing things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which,
That's facts.
You actually get dopamine if you don't do things rather than if you do things. Because you get less dopamine from doing something rather than being on your phone not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Indeed.
it's
Yeah,
messed up. But that predicament has to be shifted if we're going to be a more productive society moving on into the future. Because the technology is only going to get better. And you're only going to want to have it closer. You know?
Again,
Yeah.
I don't think
makes a lot
that
of sense.
technology is the issue. It comes down to people being the issue,
Yeah.
and humans misuse and abuse a lot of things.
Well, I mean, it's like the saying,
You know.
guns kill people.
Right.
No,
No, they
people kill people.
People
If you
kill
put a gun
people.
on a table, it won't just shoot somebody.
which
Not
which,
yet. AI.
which does take you back. What?
I'm laughing
you-
at you, John, dude.
What?
I don't know, that little laugh, like at the end. Did you see that? Oh my gosh. It was like John was about to laugh, and then he's like, no, I can't laugh. And then he just
But I
had
had
to
a
laugh.
thought.
Okay.
Well, because I'm thinking here. All right.
Okay.
Well,
I'm glad you're thinking.
I think that
It's more than I do some days.
that a lot of the issues with technology can be solved by 100%. Never mind. 100% guaranteed. All the problems with technology can be solved with these two simple steps.
Okay.
Better education about them in life during school. Like teach people how to properly incorporate, technology into life in a reasonable way. And then number 2, primary problem. Parents.
Oh.
Parents are the number one problem with technology.
Yeah.
Number one problem.
Parents.
Quit giving your damn kids iPads. All right, your 8-year-old child, the 8-year-old mind does not need.
An iPad.
iPad.
I didn't know what a phone was until
To
I was
be
like 12,
honest,
bro.
I know.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know if a 9th grade mind needs. And
You know,
Hey.
I'd give them I'm not a parent, and I don't have kids, so I don't need to be able to make the choice of when that mind needs to have technology. And I hope that we have decent papers and books and research done about it, that we can reach a conclusion of how much is good. But unlimited access at a young age is definitely not good.
detrimental
Yeah,
as
for
hell.
mind.
So
Giving controlled, reasonable access is
Yes.
I was about to say. So what I was gonna argue was moderation.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like super important.
So you developmentally, I can't even say the word. You developmentally stunt your child's growth in the modern era by not giving them access to technology, because they need technology to survive in the modern world.
But
No matter what job you're going to be doing, you're going to be technology assisted, or it's all going to be done using technology. So if you don't have exposure to technology from a young age, it's going to be problematic as hell when you get up to like the higher grades and you're writing papers all on Microsoft Word. You're using technology. If you have
Word,
never used
PowerPoint,
technology,
Excel
it's going to be
spreadsheets.
game over.
Yeah,
There's going to be such a steep learning curve that you're probably going to just want to quit.
right.
It's going to be so hard, and you're going to be so far behind your peers. You
Yeah.
never want to do that to your kid. You're going to be developmentally stunting that kid.
But overexposure is just as, if
Just
not
as harmful.
more problematic.
Exactly.
Because it can create problems in their life that are harder to overcome than just having,
not knowing things.
learn something new. But it's quite the learning curve.
Yeah.
However, once you get the hang of it, it's best you get the hang of it at a young age, because technology deals with abstract concepts.
Yeah.
So it is good to understand those abstract concepts at a very young age.
Well, I look at
So-
it like boomers are the perfect example, okay? This is
Boomers.
a kid that has never been exposed to computers and is finally starting to try and learn it.
Yeah.
Boomers, they'd be lucky if they can point the mouse and click on something. You know what I'm saying? And if you
Some do
don't give
better
your
than
kid
others.
access to technology, that's exactly where they're going to be. The starting point is like so much lower than you could even think, because we've all been surrounded by technology, right?
Yep.
But if you don't have access to technology, you don't even know the first thing about how to use a computer, it's hard. It's
Yeah.
real hard. But there is definitely a balance between overexposure, which is extremely detrimental, and not giving them enough access to become accustomed to using the technology. And I think almost all of the access to technology should be monitored, if not all of it. Because until you're like really probably like, I don't know, 15 at least.
Sure.
If you don't grow up with good values and, really knowing how to use the internet to your advantage, but
Right,
not to
that's the big thing, is that
not to get destroyed by the internet.
it requires an incredible amount of responsibility and self-control to have access to the vast resources of the internet.
Yeah.
Everything is on the internet. Anything you could want to look for, you could find. So the responsibility to not misuse that is a big one. And I think a lot of people don't have that type of, they're not
They don't have that
responsible
self-control.
enough. However, does that mean we should have laws, meaning you should have to pass a test in order to, have an iPhone? No. Does that mean we shouldn't have iPhones for anyone? No. Does that mean that maybe we should try to be more open with, hey, these things are not all good. They're not all good,
Yeah.
but they can be problematic when misused.
Yeah,
and,
just because it's out there doesn't mean you should go find it.
and to encourage the safe and most effective use of the technologies so that people can enhance their lives as opposed to ruin them.
Yeah. That's definitely the goal.
You
You want to
know.
make sure that people can enhance their lives as opposed to ruin them, because you can obviously do both. You've seen people ruin their lives with technology.
Yeah.
You see, well,
one's
you
a lot
don't see them
easier.
because they're in their room.
A lot easier for your life to be ruined than it is to be enhanced, because you can just make the simple choice to, go off and ruin it. Whereas usually to enhance your life with the technology, that takes money and work. You have to code things and make cool things. Now we have other people who are doing that, and then you can buy their products. But again, it's a lot easier to do bad than it is to do good, as it is with
Anything.
anything really. I mean, it happens that as crazy as it seems, doing anything you want is easier than having rules to follow.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
crazy how
fact
that
of the
works.
matter. It's easier to be bad than to be good.
Indeed.
Wow.
So, all that being said, you wanted to talk about the fitness industry?
Fantastic segue.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
so there are quite a few problems with it.
Really?
I mean, it gives basically a lot of creators are fake natties or fake naturals. They take steroids
Really?
and claim not. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
So-
prevalent.
You're talking about the fitness industry. Break that down for me. When you say the words, the fitness industry.
I mean influencers mainly.
Okay, so you're talking about the people on Instagram that are posting these photos daily. They're gym photos. They're on Snapchat posting their workout routines.
Yep.
All that.
So there are a couple things. For one, there are a lot of fake naturals,
Mm-hmm.
they claim to be natural, but they're not, which that'll cause a problem of giving people a false narrative of what's possible
Yeah.
to attain. So that's one problem.
Yeah.
Another thing is they what's being normalized as a feat of strength per se. Somebody now it seems to be normal that people are just benching 315.
Yeah.
People are insanely strong. That's the top 99th percentile of the world
Yeah.
doing that.
I don't even think that was possible after or before 1900.
Right?
Nobody had that strength.
Exactly. And it seems so normal. You can be scrolling through Instagram and just see a bunch of people lifting it and you think, "Oh, I can't do that." So I'm clearly in a lower percentage.
Yeah.
But if you can bench 225, that's top
You're-
that's 90th percentile.
Yeah. No doubt.
And so
And that's is that really only 90th?
I think so, yeah.
No way. For people that go to the gym though.
Yeah, 90th. For
Yeah,
people who
because
go
I was
to the
gonna
gym.
say, out of the entire general population, I would say 1 in every 100 can bench 225.
Yeah.
So that's 99th percentage.
Yep.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
but it's just there's a lot of false narratives being presented through all these social media, fitness influencers about what can be attained.
The problem too is then those fitness influencers will turn around and sell supplements to you.
Yeah.
So they have this happened with Liver King. Literally happened with Liver King.
Is a prime example.
Prime example. He got exposed for
example.
it. I like what you did there.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Liver King got exposed for using steroids, and that wasn't even the worst part. Everyone knew he used steroids pretty much. It was like every single fitness influencer was doing a video about it, like natty or not, and they'd be like, "This man is not natty."
Absolutely. Yep.
Every single one. They were like, if you know anything about steroids, then you know that's not natty.
Yeah,
like
that
look is really not achievable unless you're on something.
And then like whenever he actually came out and admitted it, he was like spending $11,000 a month on steroids.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That is insane.
But when he's turning around and selling workout products, nutritional products that are really, when you look at Liver King, you're like, that dude is crazy built.
Absolutely. But
and then he's selling these products. Will that make me as built as him?
Exactly.
It's the narrative really that they're selling.
Yep.
And when you buy those products and it doesn't make you as built as him, you say, what's going on? And it's a problem because then you're like, it becomes like almost a mental health thing.
Absolutely.
Where you're like, why am I not seeing the results? Why am I not good enough to be able to see these results that I should be seeing? I'm doing everything right. Is it a me problem?
Exactly.
And it's not. It's a Liver King problem because that is jacked up on roids.
Bro, I remember seeing the list of like what he took. It's like 10 different steroids
Oh
like, a
my
day.
God.
It's ridiculous.
Why? Why do you need all that, dude?
I don't know. And he claims it's just by eating raw meat.
Oh my, yeah, eating liver,
And then
which can actually be detrimental as
I was
hell
about
for
to say,
your
then
health.
all the people who have like millions of worms in their stomach now are like, dadgummit. Like, how did that happen?
Man, who would have known I want to get rock hard abs from eating liver every day?
I got all these worms in my stomach and I still don't look like him.
No. It's tough, dude. Better luck
bro.
next time.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so is it really just the fitness influencers problem? Or because I feel like on the whole, the fitness industry, like gyms, all the way down to like powder, like chalk companies are just like not good. They're not actually out there. They're only out there to make money. They're not actually out there to like help people get fit and
That's
get
true.
active.
Yeah, it's more of like, it's all about promotion.
Which I guess kind of makes sense.
Sure.
If you're a
I mean,
business,
you gotta
need to make money.
But like,
but there's
like
no intention really. Like you look at Planet Fitness, okay?
Oh my lord.
The Lunk Alarm.
Oh lord.
Okay,
have mercy.
they have every intention to keep you fat. You
Yeah.
know, if you're a business and your business is owning a gym that helps people slim down, the best thing you could do is supply the people with pizza.
Oh yeah.
And you know what they
100%.
do once a month?
Supply the people.
Supply the people with pizza, dude.
Oh
you know
my-
what they do another time a month?
What is it like?
Supply the
bagels or
Bagels
something?
and cream cheese. It's ridiculous.
Great. For
It makes
nothing.
no sense, dude.
Not at all.
So the people, well, I mean, I guess it does make sense. If you're the business, it makes no sense to me as a consumer of the product, as a person that works out, makes no sense. But when I see the business plan, I'm like, yeah, the best way to make money is to get these people coming to the gym. They burn, let's say, 500 calories. Then on the way out, they grab 2 or 3 slices of pizza. They had a good workout. 3 slices of pizza.
Mercy.
They're eating 600 calories. They're coming back in the next day. I don't care if they're burning more calories than they
Bro.
did that day. They're going to have to burn 100 more just to work off the pizza.
Hey, keep them
Indeed.
fat and they'll keep coming back.
That's what
baby.
I'm saying, dude.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so that's the whole business plan, and it's predatory.
Absolutely.
If you aren't watching yourself, if you aren't like actually motivated as shit, like me, for instance, I want to see results, and I know exactly what I need to get there.
Yeah.
And I go in and I do my routine. I don't think about pizza. I go out that door. I'm pumped to drink that protein. I'm going to
Yes, sir.
solidify the work that I just put down in the gym. Nobody else really. They cater to the people that aren't like that.
Mm-hmm.
At Planet Fitness specifically. And if you look at the gym, it is 3/4 cardio. They
Yeah.
have the breakdown
Oh
is
my
like they have
gosh.
like 50 cardio machines, and then they have like 10 like other machines.
Yeah.
50 cardio machines, 10 other machines.
It's ridiculous, really.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. But you can see that's clearly their goal. Their
Mm-hmm.
goal is to fatten you up, then have you run it off. Then fatten
It's
you
like
up,
what's
then
that?
have you run it off.
Hansel and Gretel type beat, bro.
Yeah, something like that, dude. They're trying to keep you coming in and giving them money every month.
Yes, sir.
But I guess if it's a business, you have to be making money. But there's other ways to go about it, like a powerlifting gym, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they make money is by making the environment one that makes people motivated to get in there and hit numbers.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
If you're in a powerlifting gym and you're not hitting numbers, you're going to be called a pussy.
I mean, but the difference between powerlifting and like bodybuilding or like
Yeah.
with a fitness, like that part of the fitness industry is that powerlifting isn't about like your physique.
Yeah, true.
It's about strength.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't put the same narrative on you. I mean, sure, maybe there's some people taking like tests.
But
And
even
they-
still, though, like in a bodybuilding gyms and powerlifting gyms are a lot of times one and the same.
That's true.
And you see like the two sides. You see the people that are jacked up, like throwing 15s up, and then you see the people that are like scrawny, like throwing 90s up,
yeah,
you know?
right?
And you can very easily tell like who's on the powerlifting side versus who's on the bodybuilding side. But those gyms, the environment that they create is nothing like Planet Fitness.
Oh, not at
And
all.
those, I don't think there are any chains that are like that. Any chain gyms that are like that.
Yeah, not that I know of.
Yeah, not that I know of
Planet-
either.
Planet Fitness is its own thing. I find it funny
Planet
that we're
Fitness.
like dogging PF and we both
We
go
both
there.
got, oh my God.
It's tough, bro.
Hey, it's the best of the worst.
Yeah, I mean, like it is what you make of it. If you
Yeah,
wanna,
it's true.
if
Like
you-
I said, if you go in there and pizza's never on your mind, you know, you're in there to get what you need to get done,
Yeah.
then we're not the people who they're catering to.
True.
We're the people that are losing the money because we're the people that are lifting higher weights, putting resistance on their bands, maybe breaking a band every now and then. We're the people that are costing the money. The people running on that treadmill, the people on the stair stepper, they're not costing them a dime.
Yep.
They're making money. They're producing electricity. Planet
that's
Fitness
such
is making money off
That'd
them.
be crazy if that's how it worked. They got the
Yeah.
stair steppers. It's actually like cranking electricity.
That'd be
bro.
incredible.
That'd be
That's how some of
hilarious.
them work, actually, but it's not that amount. It's very small amounts of
Right, right.
electricity. They have like these little screens that show you your rep count and then the amount of time you've been on the machine, and that's powered by the work that you put in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
But one thing I did want to talk to you about was, do you have any other like sports interests other than like powerlifting? Or not powerlifting, but like gymming.
Like working. Oh, you mean working out?
Yeah. JIMMING.
Oh Lord.
Gymming.
So basically, like other activities I do in the gym.
No.
Or like,
Like
sports.
yeah,
or-
yeah. Do you play sports
Yeah,
or anything
yeah,
like
yeah.
that? What do you do?
So actively, I'm only playing disc golf right now.
Okay.
But I am like I could get by in about like 7 different sports. I think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Like
So-
what? List them off.
Let's see. We got because high school I played basketball.
Mhm.
I don't really like it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I'm 5'8", bro. It's hard to
Oh,
hard to keep up.
I didn't even think about
Mercy,
that.
soccer, volleyball. Let's see. I said disc golf already. Golf, ball golf.
Oh, ball golf.
Ball golf. That-
Ball
that's
golf.
what disc golfers call it. It's kind of funny. Let me think. I mean, that's like all I could think of right now. But I mean, if you want to, I know fishing isn't a sport, but you can add
Okay.
that on there.
That's fair.
You know, hunting occasionally.
Okay.
You know, just I got
Good sport.
quite a few hobbies.
That's dope. Yeah. So, are you gonna start doing more of your hobbies now that you're not in school?
Yeah, now that I'm gonna have a little bit more time, I am gonna be working full time.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, now that I have some more time, I'll be getting back into that.
I
for
love
sure.
that, dude. Full time is weird too, though, because especially this time of year, you don't have any time of daylight after you get off.
That's facts.
So it's
True.
kind of messed up. You go in before you have an opportunity to do anything in the morning, really. Like, what are you doing? You're waking up. You maybe like get a sip of coffee, maybe a little breakfast or something, take
Yeah.
a shower, do your morning routine. By the time you've done all that, the sun is well up and it's time to go to work.
Yeah, it's
And you haven't had an opportunity to go out, enjoy the sun, enjoy the day, and then you get home and it's dark.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what we got weekends for.
Ah, he's such an old man.
Mercy.
Oh man, as a student and somebody who never wants to have like a regular job, like a 9 to 5, I am sad for you.
Hey,
But
we'll
hey,
be all right.
we'll be all right.
We'll be all
It's
right.
temporary.
Okay.
Temporary
Cool.
job.
Temporary job. Yeah. What I hate is the people that are like right now in college with me. They're like, yeah, I want to go work at the NSA for the rest of my life. I'm like, wow, you really don't want any of your time. You really want none of your time that is entitled to you from birth.
Yeah, that's facts.
It's wild, dude. Yeah, people throw their lives away every single day to the 9 to 5.
Hey.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really know like what else, like as far as out of college, what else you can do.
Yeah.
Other
I mean,
than 9 to 5.
Really, the best route is just to start your own business venture. Like, no
True.
matter what you're doing, you're going to be making more money probably doing that than anything else. And it's more motivating if that's the type of guy you are,
Right.
because you're making money for yourself. And it's like a little game on top of the game,
Yeah.
because there's number one, the business, and then number two, what the business actually is. So, like, what the business has to do.
Mm.
So it's like a game inside of a game, and it's probably more fulfilling than working for somebody else, depending on who you are, because there are some people
Yeah.
that hate
I mean,
that.
Me personally, like starting a business, I don't think would be for me.
Really.
Yeah, I don't know. It's high risk, high reward,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I'm willing to take that
It
risk.
doesn't have to always be high risk, though, because there's some very, very low barrier to entry businesses you could create.
Right. Okay.
So look into it, think about it. We'll talk about it later.
Of course.
But
Something.
I would love to see you like pick up a side hustle, because you have the time now. With school, it's kind of weird because you're always like doing something, and there's always something you could be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But with a job, with a 9 to 5, you leave the work for the day. You ain't gonna need to think about it till tomorrow. till tomorrow at 9.
it does depend
Sir.
on what 9 to 5 you're talking about, because sometimes they like make you work after hours and all that other garbage.
Oh yeah,
and-
bonus time.
yeah, whatever.
After hours.
Bonus time.
But they're like, you're like off work, but you still have like paperwork and crap.
That's crazy. Is that legal?
I don't know.
I think if you're
I'm not a lawyer.
salaried, if you're a salaried employee like that,
Excuse
the lines kind of get blurred a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you're hourly, no way they're gonna be making you work at home, because they're paying you for that time, and they can't supervise that time.
That's true.
That's right. They can't be making sure they extract on every last ounce of work out of you.
Exactly. And companies these days aren't even good at that. They're so bad. If you were to go to a Fortune 500 company, you could probably find 1,000 employees that were doing nothing. Like any Fortune 500 company,
I mean,
you could
that's
probably
kinda
find like
kinda what
1,000
Elon
employees.
did.
What did he
Like,
do?
with Twitter?
What did he do?
He like went in, like interviewed some of the workers, and he's like, "All right, you're fired. All right, you're fired." He just like cut down a ton of people. He's like, he
Something.
wants it to be like worky.
Worky work. Yeah.
Sorry, that
He
was.
wants
He's trying
it
to
I
make
can't
that
let
thing
go.
worky, work.
That was a stutter. I was gonna say working, but I just went worky, bro.
I heard worky work.
I was like standing
Something.
there stuttering. I'm like, what am I saying,
Oh
bro?
my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, it fit when you said he wants it to be like worky work. I'd be like, doggone it, I know that.
Doggone
I
it,
know what
bro.
you're saying by that.
If you put it like that, then I mean, you know.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
mercy.
You could have just said that.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, man. I would love to work for Elon Musk. I think it would be stressful, but I think you'd learn so much.
Oh, for sure.
Especially excuse me. Especially not only just about to like how to do your job, but how to run a business. Because he's running he's running 5 different things right now. He's got Boring Company, Tesla, SpaceX, Twitter, and Neuralink. Which is crazy.
That would be 5.
Yeah.
That would be 5. And when you've got yourself spread between that many different places, how are you doing a good job? That's just one thing I would love
I don't
to
know.
investigate.
He's just that guy, bro.
He's just that. He's him.
He is him.
It's incredible, man.
Something.
Well,
I think
we've
we're
been
coming up
going
on
for
about
a
an
minute.
hour, yeah.
We're coming up on about an hour. So
About
we've talked
an
about
hour.
about an hour.
Yeah.
We've talked about a lot of stuff today. We talked about school. We talked about
AR.
What else?
little
did we
bit
talk
of
about?
Working out,
Little
working
bit
out,
of
A little bit of fitness, a little bit of parenting.
A little bit, yeah.
parenting technology. Oh, I got
Moderation.
the yawns. Yeah, something like
Moderation,
that.
yeah. We
Yeah.
covered it all. All right. Well,
Yeah.
without further
be sure-
ado, we want you to go check out our Instagram. If you want to see more content, this is like, the stuff that we don't post in video format. This is like the smaller little announcements and things like that. If you want to keep up to date, follow us at the Minimum Wage Pod.
Yeah, and we have a clips channel, MWP Clips. It's got our clips. You can go watch them.
Indeed.
And be sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell, drop a comment. Dale, and what are the people commenting this
The
week?
question is, when are your kids allowed to have access to technology?
All right, that
And
is the question. Oh,
Full unrestricted access. Like you give them their own phone pretty much. When is that age?
all right.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, so without further ado,
This has been
the Minimum Wage Podcast.
Where Even the Name is Above Our Pay Grade.
Peace.